Welcome to the Bodhi Academy. My name is Amisha Kalaso, and in today's video we will continue with our chapter of class 8, chapter 5, square and square roots. So previously we have seen the different patterns in which we can find out what are the perfect square numbers. So in today's video we will learn about finding the square of any given number. So now say what we basically do is, if you have 23 square, then we do it 23 into 23. Now can we do this without actually multiplying these two numbers? So first thing you need to see in the number is that, say if 23 is given, you need to find out the two numbers that you will add to get 23. Say you have 20 plus 3, so here the sum will be 23. So this whole thing you raise it to the square power of it. Now there is a formula. So here if you have a plus b equals to square, you can write it as a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this same formula we are going to use here. So here in this case our a is 20 and our b is 3 over here. So now we'll use the formula. So we have a square, that is 20 the whole square, plus 2 into a is again 20 into b is 3 plus 3 square. So now this 20 square will be 400 plus this will be 60 into 2 120 plus 9. So this total will be 4 500 5 1 0. Okay, so this way you can use this formula, that is a plus b the whole square, to find a square of a given number. Let's solve another example. So here we have 39. So we have to find which two numbers if we add will get 39. Simply if I subtract this number from any number, say 23, this will be 6 and 16. So 16, I can say 16 plus 23 the whole square will give me 39. Now again we'll use the formula, that is a square, here a is 16 and b here is 23. So this will be 16 square plus 2 into 16 into 23 plus 23 square. So we'll do 16. So 16, 6, 6, 36, 6, 1 and 9 plus 6, 9, 15 and 2. So this is 256 plus 23 into 16. 13, this will be 3 and 2. 8, 6, 3 plus this you have to multiply it by 2 because it is 2ab. 8 to 16, 12, 13, 736 plus you have to do 23 square. 23 square will be 3396 plus 529. So here we'll get 529. So finally after adding we'll get the square of 39. Similarly we can do this for the 42. So 42, if I minus it with any number like maybe 20, so I'll get 22. So I can say 20 plus 22 the whole square will give me 42. Then use the formula. So 20 the whole square plus 2 into 20 into 22 plus 22 square. So solving this further, doing the operations, will get the square of 42. Now let's look at some other patterns that we can see in the square numbers. So the first one here is, we have 25 square. So 25 square gives us 625. 35 square gives us 1225. 75 square gives us 5625 and 125 square gives us 15625. So something common in all of these square numbers is that the ending two digits have a number 25. So now what we can do here is that if the ending number is 25, so one thing is the beginning number that is there. If we can find any two numbers whose product gives us that number, then you can add the hundreds part to it, and you add at the end you add 25 to it. So now if you have 6 to 5, so first 6 to 5, so 25 will go as plus 25. Now 6 is a product of 2 into 3, so 2 into 3 hundreds. Why hundreds? Because our number is in 100 value, correct? So we'll get, if you multiply this, you'll get 3 2s are 6, and because 100, so we add 2 zeros, plus you do 25, so we'll get 625 here. So same pattern we can follow below. So now if I have a bigger digit number, say in this case I will get there is 156. So 156 is a product of 12 into 30. So 3 2s are 6, 3 plus 2 and 1. So 6, 5, 1. 156 is the product of 12 into 3. So I can write 12 into 13 hundreds. So I'll add 156 0 0 plus I'll do 25. So I'll get 15625. That is the answer. Now let's try to do it if in the find the squares of the following numbers containing 5 in the units place. So previously we had 25, now we have 5 in the units place. We have to use the same method. So first, so plus 5 at the end will remain constant. Now 10 could be a product of 1 into 10 or 5 into 2. So we'll write 2 into 5 hundreds. So that will give us 5 2s are 10. Sorry, here it will be tens. 5 into 2 tens, because 5 2s are 10. Okay, so that will become 100. So tens is just 1 0, plus you do 5 here, so I'll get 105. Then now we have 205. Now 20 is 4 5s are, so 4 into 5, again we'll do tens plus 5. So 4 5s are 20, tens means 1 0 and plus 5, so that is 205. So this method can be used only if we have in the units place, if we have 5 and if we have 25 as the ending digits. Now let's learn about the Pythagorean triplets. Now in this what happens is that if you have this example, you have 3 square plus you have 4 square. So when you solve these 3 square plus 4 square, the answer that you get is itself a perfect square of another number. So 3 square will be 9 plus 4 4s are 60. So I'll get here 25. Now 25 is also a perfect square number because it has 5 square. 5 square is 25. So therefore on adding any two square numbers, the answer that you get, if it has a perfect square number, then you can say it is a Pythagorean triplets. So the collection of these numbers like 3, 4 and 5, these together make up the Pythagorean triplets. The general formula now to find this is you have to start with 2m, where n can be any number, m raised to square minus 1 and m square plus 1. So now the first problem is write a Pythagorean triplet whose smallest member is 8. So if we are having 3 numbers, the smallest value that has to be is 8. So we start by using the formula here. So we have 2m. So 2m we have to equate it to 8. So we'll get m. This if you transpose the other side, you will get 8 upon 2. So m will be 4. So one number we have got. So that is 4. Now second number is 2m m square minus 1. So in this m square, m is 8 again, this is square minus 1. 8 is 64 minus 1. So I'll get 63 here. Then last we have m square plus 1, that is equal to m square again 8, and that will be, here it will be 4 square plus 1. So 4 is 16 plus 1, you get 17 here, and here this is, so 16 minus 1, that will give us 15. So what are the numbers that we are getting? We are getting 4, 17 and 15, correct? So these 8, 4 and 16 become a Pythagorean triplet. Now square roots and finding square roots. Now if a square is given to us and the area of that square is given, so area, say it is 144. So now if area is given and you are asked to find the side of it, so area of a square is given by side square. So now in this case we are given the area, that is 144, and we have the side square. So now if you have to find the side, what happens is this square, if you transpose it to the other side, it becomes root. So 144 equals to side. Root of 144 will give us the side. So the inverse opposite operation of addition is subtraction. Then of multiplication we know it is division. So similarly, if we have square root, its inverse operation is squaring. So if this is squaring, then if I transpose it to the other side, it will become the square root. Now if you have 1 square over here, the answer is 1. So root of 1 will be 1. 2 square equals to 4. Root of 4 we know is 2. 3 square equals to 9. Root of 9 it is 3. Root of 9 is basically like same as 3 into 3. So you get 9 here. So you have to write root of 9 is 3. 4 square 16. So root of 16 is 4. So similarly you can find the root of the other numbers. So this was it for today's video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Bodhi Academy.